I got to get up at 6. I got to get up at 5:45. I got to get up early just so I can make it to school for him. So for him to, as a teacher, to be on time and to be able to clock in and get his lesson plan, get whatever he has to put on the board, get it ready for his students. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
up. Yeah, I'm like the only student in school when I pull up. It's me and the teachers pull up to school.
Right.
An hour later is when the students show up. But I'm there early because I rode with my uncle. So I did that. I did that for 2 years. Did that for 2 years. And so I didn't have no leeway. And so like being with my uncle, knowing how headstrong he was and everybody knew him, everybody respected him. So I had no slip ups. Like I couldn't slip up at school at all because first thing they
Right.
say, I'm gonna tell your uncle. You I'm gonna
Right.
tell your uncle. And I know for sure I didn't want that to get back to my uncle. For sure. I knew it was gonna be hell to pay. My uncle found out I did something wrong at school, like running the lines. He was gonna get on me verbally. Like he was just gonna let me have it, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't take it because I was gonna get it to worse because I'm his nephew. So I was gonna get it to
Right.
worse. So I tried to make sure that I was walking a thin line and I was doing everything right way possible. You know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't. My uncle wouldn't cut no slack at all. He wouldn't give me no slack. He's like, man, if you want to do this, you want to be a Division 1 player, you gotta do this. Your grades gotta be up to par. No C's, A's, and B's. Like I was like, man, I'm working my tail off, and I get a C. He
Mhm.
wasn't having it. I'm like, God dang, I did everything in my power, everything in my power to make a good grade. I'm there early. I'm trying to talk to the teachers. I'm trying to do extra credit. Man, I just used to hate it when I used to get a bad grade because I knew it was gonna eventually get back to him and he was gonna say something, and I didn't want people to get back to him and say something bad or something negative that I did at school.
So for your high school pick, was you running from the talent or was you running to the talent?
Man, I was running to it, and it was crazy because running to it because obviously I didn't finish at Mitchell High School. Obviously, I took a different route. My junior year, my uncle decided to take a different job. He decided to go to Wooddale High School, and that was probably one of the toughest decisions in my life. Trying to decide, do I go with my uncle, a person that's been in my corner since my seventh, eighth grade year, who's helped groom me into a player as a man, trying to mature and just giving me the ins and out of this game. And so it was kind of like I was at a crossroads. It's like leave my guys that I've been grinding with, the people that I've grown to love, the teachers, the principal, the guidance counselor, people that I'm familiar with. Do I leave them behind to kind of go start over anew again? Kind of start over with new team, new friends, new teachers, new principal, just knew everything, and I didn't know. I didn't have no recollection of who would be there. And so I was, to be honest, which I never told nobody, but I was scared because I was like, well, dang, like all the college coaches know me, Mardracus way from Mitchell High School. No one know about Wooddale. No one knows, you know. And like I said, and me thinking like that, I was just young. Like I could easily say, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna go to Wooddale, and they still would have knew where I was at just because uh, of the player I was and the productivity and all that stuff that I did and have. And so, but I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. I was just thinking about my guys being there, um, just the school in general. I was familiar with it. I didn't want to try to have to learn something new, trying to find new friends. Like that just messed me all up. So I was like, nah, I'm like, nah, Unc, I'm gonna stay. And I know that crushed his heart and it crushed me too. But I was like, man, I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna stay. And whoever they bring in, just just bring them in. And but I know the core guys on this team and the guys that I've been around, so I don't want to leave. And so that's what I end up doing. my junior year, I could have went to Wooddale, but I decided to stay at Mitchell, and that's what I did. And we ended up hiring Sorrell Valentine, which was a good hire. He was young, but at the time, but he had a lot of knowledge of the game. I just wasn't trying to hear it, and so that's where I kind of bumped heads with. You know what I'm saying? Me being coachable. I wasn't being coachable at the time, my junior year. And I kind of took some steps backwards because my uncle wasn't there. And so I felt like I had a little bit more leeway now because when he was there, I was kind of like walking on eggshells because I had to watch myself. I couldn't be out of line. I had to make sure I had the right uniform on because he wouldn't let me, like my uncle wouldn't let me walk out the house if I didn't have no polo and khakis on, no polo and navy on, no polo and black on. Hey, hey, he gonna be like, hey, what you got on? Hey, no, no, change that. We ain't going nowhere until you get figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Versus shit, no shit. Now I might wear a t-shirt in my navy. I might wear some clothes. I might wear some jeans instead of the Dickies. You know what I'm saying? Now Unc ain't around now. You know what I'm saying? Unc ain't
You can
around.
turn up.
Yeah, they
I
turn
can
up
turn
now.
up.
Shoot, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of fell kind of to the wayside a little bit. I kind of got out of line. You know what I'm saying? And I needed to tighten up. And so and that was all on me because I felt like I did enough. And it kind of probably was a little bit of the big head. You know what I'm saying? Like I had all these accolades, you know what I'm saying, coming in as a freshman in ninth grade, started on varsity. At the
Did
time
you
it was
win
only,
state?
you know what I'm saying, the make it to state as me as a point guard freshman as a ninth grader. You got the ninth grade starting point guard in the state championship game. It doesn't happen a lot. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it was two star ninth graders on varsity in the city of Memphis at that time, and it was me at Mitchell High School, and it was Joe Jackson at White Station High School.
Mm.
Only two
10.
starting freshmen in the city at that time. Well, high profile guys. It might have been some other, and I don't know, so I don't want to discredit those guys. But at the time of talking about commercial field and people, we were the only two guys that started on varsity basketball freshman year.
What about TP from Central?
TP from Central, another boom, three.
Okay.
MP,
I just
yep,
wanted to
another
see.
one.
I just wanted to see.
Yep.
Uh, so you we'll talk about the environment though. See, a lot of people. You said you went from Southwind. A lot of people don't know Southwind is what type of environment it is, and then you go to Mitchell. You kind of need your uncle in that type of environment because there's not no
Man,
you know what I'm trying to say. That ain't that's
hey,
not the easiest place to go to school at. They probably putting people in the lockers and all that stuff at Mitchell High School. So having
man,
your
listen,
uncle there to give you the guidance and keep you straight, probably
man,
save you from a lot of stuff.
man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Mitchell High School, I grew a lot. I'd say that I grew a lot, man. That
Right.
Mitchell High School came at me so fast. Man, I remember I never forget my first day of school. I probably got checked so bad from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I probably got checked so bad my first year, my first day at school. Cause first of all, I'm new, and everybody else went to Chickasaw. Everybody was from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They went to
Mm-hmm.
Lanier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like man, who this goofy looking up, man? I'm saying like they gonna pop off. You know what I'm saying? I'm new. You know what I'm saying? They ain't seen me in middle school. I ain't been there in high school. Don't nobody know me. They ain't know nothing about me to some basketball players. Say, hey man, that's Coach Johnson, nephew, basketball dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? On a basketball team. That's the only time they kind of let up off me. They find out like, oh, he who? Oh, he with them. Oh, okay, cool. All right, bet then. He's straight then. But before that, man, I was the dude that went through it. I had to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. I was that one that went through it. Everybody be talking about, like, yep, that was me. I was that dude. Until like, damn, like they were like, damn, that motherfucker, like, Wade, he a cool dude. Like he hooping, he straight, he stayed to himself. Like he ain't with the BS. And like I tell people, like I went to school with pretty much three in the city of Memphis. What, two of them, three of them, all of them did their thing in the rap game. But you talking about Moneybag Yo, went to school with Mitchell High School. Talking about Walk the Halls together. OG Boo Dirty, um, Lil Kenny, no. So I went to school with some real dudes in the Walker Home community, all that, like some real dudes, like for real, that was well respected and people knew of, and like them dudes, like man, way cool, like way good people, like they showed me love, like wherever I went, even my teammates, guys from that part of town, all over, like they like man, way cool people.
They stamped you.
Yeah,
You
look,
stamped. You
Young
stamped over there.
Star. I remember, man, listen, we had Young Star. Young Star. Young Star was a rapper. He made we had our own rap song, and Star did the song, and we used to play it. We came out to his song. We used to come out to his song. And so, man, and he used to have a place jumping. You talking about a Mitchell and Hamilton game, a Mitchell and Westwood game. Man, jumping. Talking about standing room only, jumping. A Mitchell Hillcrest game, jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like it was jumping. Man, I'm telling you, like it's some great times, because I was lucky to experience it, because even though I wasn't from Walker Homes, they made me feel like I was part of Walker Homes. You know what I'm saying? I could walk to Ford, Tom's store and Ford Road and all that stuff, and walk in there and everybody be good with me. I could walk the neighborhood, everybody be good with me. I ain't had no issues. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that type of vibe for me. And I was like, dang, even though I even had some cousins that went to Mitchell with me. I got family that lived in the area, like, but they rocked with me because they knew what I was about. They knew I was good people, and they rocked with me. And so I ain't never had no issues when it came to no conflict with nobody, no issues. But I knew how they got down, though. You know what I'm saying? You just won't go come into one of them neighborhoods and think you this and that, and think you're gonna walk out there and everything be cool. Nah. Same thing at school. You transferring there. Nah, it ain't like that, partner. It's a whole different ball game. And one thing about it, them folks at Mitchell, like they stuck together. Like they're gonna ride for each other now. They're gonna ride now. You might have a few people have some conflict within each other, but at the end of the day, them folks gonna ride. Yeah, they gonna ride for each other, and they gonna ride for their people. And so, man, that's why I always respected them, and I always tip my hat off to them people, because like they made sure I was good, because they knew I wasn't from there, but they made me feel like, man, it's home for you, dog. Like you good no matter what. So I always have a place in my heart. You know what I mean?
Would you say like your uncle wouldn't let you go too like in too deep as far as the streets go?
Yeah, for sure. Like I'll never forget. One day I got called. A teacher called me. It wasn't a teacher. Well, he was a teacher, but it was the football coach. He called me in the locker room. I was shooting dice. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't shooting no dice.
Listen, messing with the goons, being cool with the goons.
Listen, I'm with the guys now. Sure, I done learned. Yeah, I done learned. I done found my way around.
Right.
So I'm in there. I'm shooting dice. Man, coach come in there, break it up, take everybody money, take the dice.
Right.
He said, and he looked at me. He said, "I'm gonna tell your uncle." And I'm like, man, I probably want to cry. I'm like, man, don't you tell my man. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, ah, damn, man, he's gonna tell my uncle. Got caught shooting dice, man. My uncle gonna have a fit. He tell my uncle. My uncle called me into in his classroom. He don't got no students in there. He called me to the classroom, closed the door. That man must have chewed me out for about 25 minutes. I mean, let me have it. He let me have it so much, I probably didn't shoot dice that whole year. I probably tried to the next year, but not this year. Now I'm like, man, it's over. It's like, ain't no sense in me. And then at the time, it wasn't like we were shooting no crazy money, because we ain't got no money. We shoot $1, $5, $10 at the max. 10 at the max. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, what I'm saying? 10 gonna get you in. You know what I'm saying? You got
He
$10. You
ain't
ain't
gonna
trying
get you
to
here.
lose. Yeah, you ain't trying to lose no $10. I don't care who you is. You ain't trying to lose 10. 10, because 10, you can get a $5 Caesar. You know what I'm saying? That's some gas money. You
Right.
ain't trying to lose no $10 in 19th grade. I
You can
don't care
eat.
who you is. You
You
ain't
can eat
trying to.
lunch for the week. You can eat after camp for a
You know
week.
what I'm saying? Like,
On
you ain't trying to
10,
lose no 10.
$2 a day. Like,
Man,
yeah.
what?
You can get a
So,
whole
man,
number. You can get all that.
come on now. I
How
need
did
all that. So, but
you
yeah,
so
he called.
you end up leaving Mitchell, the 11th grade year, going to Hard Grove Academy?
Yep,
How did
yep.
you
Hargrave Academy. Yep.
a lot of people, how did you find out about the prep school training? Because a lot of kids are picking up on it early now. Like you picked up on it 12th grade. We normally don't hear people uh, do prep schools after they graduate. So,
Right.
like, talk about how you chose prep school your 12th grade year versus just going to a regular high school.
So again, so my junior year, like I said, my uncle goes to Wooddale. I decided to
Mm-hmm.
stay at Mitchell. They end up hiring Sorrell Valentine, younger guy. He ain't like my uncle. And so I'm used to things being done a certain way just because being around my uncle. And so I was a little rebellious at the time because he knew and he trying to teach a new system. And I'm like, man, we ain't gonna like these dudes ain't gonna get that. They don't get that concept that that's why IQ ain't high enough to get this concept because he tried to put in the concept of passing and cutting and reading. I'm like, mm like we reading, no. You got to tell us what to do, how to do it. Like you gotta coach us through this thing now. And
Right,
I wasn't, and I should have did a better job of kind of taking on that role. Like, hey man, that's what you want to do, and that's what you're trying to establish. That's what you're trying to build and establish a culture here. I need to follow lead. I need to follow suit because I am the leader. Everybody else is gone. I'm next in line. I'm that dude now. So, but I didn't. So I was the one being rebellious. So it was hard for the other guys to try to follow when the leader is messing up. The leader's not
right.
listening. No, ain't nobody gonna follow suit. Mardracus not doing it right. So which means, so what makes you think I'm gonna do it right? He ain't trying to do it right. And so that's when I said like I kind of fell to the wayside a little bit because I got kind of in the big head and I wasn't being coachable. And so going into my senior, I knew it like, man, I can't do this another year. I just can't do it another year. So what people don't understand, originally I was gonna go to Oak Hill Academy.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to Oak Hill Academy. They had to run Lamb, a few other guys. And and he was telling me like, man, you come here, you ain't gonna start. I got 5 McDonald's All Americans. I got 6, 7 Division I high major dudes. You gonna be 8, 9 dude. I'm like, well, shit, I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to shoot. I ain't doing that. So then I kind of like I waited it out. So AAUC started, and so obviously I'm playing with M33 at the time, and we got a kid on our team named David Chadwick from Texas. And so I'm playing with David Chadwick. He's a white guy, and his daddy played at North Carolina back in the day. And I could be wrong. I could be fumbling, but he might have played with George, or he might have won a national championship at North Carolina. But his daddy was well known, Chadwick, and I played with his son, and his son was like, "Yeah, man, I didn't get the scholarship what I wanted. I'm gonna go to Hargrave Military Academy, and I'm gonna try to try to see if I can get some better offers." And I'm like, Hargrave Military Academy. He's like, yeah. He's like, man, it's prestige prep school. Such and such went here. They got a really good coach, which was Coach Kevin Keats at the time, and they had an unbelievable coaching staff. Which all three, well, people don't know, my prep school coaches, all three of those coaches are now high Division I college basketball head coaches and Division I
Mm.
and coaches now. And so like that's how good they were, and that's how good the program was. So I was like, Hargrave Military Academy. I'm like, man, I ain't got time to be doing no military stuff. And he was telling me like, nah, it ain't like that. Like it's a military school. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress up in military stuff, but it ain't really like military. which later come to find out, no, it was really like that. It was really military style. Like, and like this was hardcore to the max, military. Wake up early, clean shave, B1s, B2, dress ready, saluting flag, marching, all out, no nonsense, zero tolerance. And I was like, what have I got myself into? Like, what have I done to myself to I go from Mitchell High School to a military institute pretty much. And but I'm glad I made that decision because it has helped me. It has shaped me into the person I am, coach and man I am today because of the discipline and the resources and everything that they instilled in me. I still use to today. But that was one of the reasons why I went because I knew I needed different. I knew that I needed to change in order for me to be a better basketball player, and not only a better basketball player, but a better person as well. So I knew I needed to just kind of get away from the city of Memphis, experience something new, experience some new coaching, new players, new teammates, guys with high caliber. Because I was telling guys like when I was at Hargrave, we had 12 guys, like 10 of us signed Division I scholarships.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had a really good program. We had really good guys that was investing into winning, guys that was investing into getting better, being better. And that kind of helped me kind of move forward, just being competitive and being on time and being respectful and having things organized and being a step or two ahead of things. And so that was a big kind of stepping stone for me.
How was your mental when you went there? Like, you said you were scared probably, you in
Yeah.
another state.
Yeah.
What's your mental process at this point? Like, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about going home? Can you call home? Do you have a cell phone?
Right. Oh man, that was the biggest thing, man. My mental was so messed up when I first got there, because obviously they did a really good job recruiting me. So I was on the phone. They're gonna tell you all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you, hey man, everything gonna be fine. Like, yeah, you gotta do this, but you'll be fine. So the first day I got there, they took our cell phones. Like when you step off that bus in Chatham, Virginia, once you get there, because it's in the middle of nowhere. Like literally the middle of nowhere. The nearest airport is 45 minutes to an hour away. So
Mm,
it's nowhere. So when you get off that bus, you get there, you turn in your cell phone, and you're not allowed to use your cell phone until 2 months later, and sometimes it can go further depending on your behavior. So
mm,
just say the 2 weeks is up, just say you've been late, just say you haven't been turning in homework or something. You don't get your phone back. You don't
mm,
get your phone back until you have did the right stuff, did it enough, and that that they can trust you to know that all right, that he's gonna do the right thing. He's been on time. He's turned in this stuff, and so that was difficult for me the first 2 months because couldn't make any phone calls home, and pretty much you just every day you was just being I wouldn't say yelled at, but you was pretty much being like held accountable for everything you did. Like I said, the bell went off every day at 6 a.m. You had to be clean shaved, bed had to be made, B2s had to be on by 6:15. And you had to be downstairs on where this is the street called Company Street. And you had to salute the flag and you had to march. You had to march around until you got all the way back to the chow hall. And you did that every morning, like every morning. And so while you're on Company Street, you had all your attack officers, all the teachers. They would be in the dorms, which we call them barracks, and they would be checking and inspecting rooms. Like, so if your bed wasn't made, your clean, your toilet or your sink wasn't clean, you will get penalized for that, and you have to do other things for its discipline. Like we had this big circle in the middle of the school. Well, it wasn't a circle. It was we would call it the bull ring, and it was a big triangle, and is in the center of the school where everybody could see. Like if someone got in trouble, everybody could see you marching in uh, a big triangle. And so you'll see like, and that's one thing you don't want to end up. You don't want to end up on bull ring because you have to march for an hour with your full clothes on, hot, cold, rain, sleet. It don't matter. You didn't make your bed. You wasn't clean shaved. You didn't have your right attire on. You'll be penalized. And so that threw me way off. I'm like, what? Cause you know what I mean? Like I was like, man, this ain't for me. Like I ain't one of them type of kids. Like I tried to leave. Like I tried to leave my second, going to my third month there at Harvard. I tried to leave. Like I'm calling because by this time, this is my senior year. By this time, I had already committed to the University of Arkansas. So I'm calling coaches, my coaches. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here. I'm going back to Memphis. I'm going back. Like I can't do it. Like this is it. Like this is too hard. Like I don't want to be here no more. This ain't for me. Like I didn't expect this. And they all just saying, wait, just chill. Like it's gonna be okay. When basketball season get here, it won't be that bad. You'll be gone. You don't have to do all that. But I was going through it. I mean, I'm going through it. Like people didn't know, like I was really actually going through it. And so as time goes on, you eventually start to fall in line because it's nowhere to go. It's like it's nothing you can do. So it's like, all right, fuck, I gotta make sure my bed is made, and they gotta be four corners like the hospitals. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be able to bounce a corn off your bed and bounce it back into their hand. Like you gotta be clean shaved. You gotta have your B2s, B1s on. You gotta be on time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be um where you supposed to be at exact times and this and that. Like you eventually just fall in line because everybody else falling in line. So you don't want to be that person that's like, God dang, Wade always messing up for the Bears, always messing up for the company, or we getting punished because Wade ain't doing what he's supposed to do. You don't want to be that dude. So you eventually just fall in line. And so that's what ended up happening. I ended up start falling in line. I started doing the right things. And then I started working my way up to a totem pole for lieutenants and sergeants. And then I eventually became a sergeant and a lieutenant. And so then when I became that, I was in charge of guys like, all right, hey, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to take the trash out for the barracks. On Tuesday, Thursday, y'all got the bathrooms. All right. On Saturday morning, y'all going to clean out the chow hall. Y'all going to get the dishes. Like I became that dude. And so that kind of helped me, even though I was always a natural leader, but that's made me even more understand like what a leadership's about. Because even though I'm telling them to do those things, I had to do it first. I did those things. I was one of those guys that had to take the trash out. I was one of those guys that had to clean the bathrooms. Now, when I'm talking about cleaning the bathrooms out, I'm talking about for all men's football that was in that barrack. It was me, three or four other guys. We cleaned out the bathroom. Like we mopped the floors, we scrubbed the toilets. Like real deal stuff. Like this ain't no make believe fairy tale stuff. No, we did that. When Chow Hall, we washed the dishes. Like we had a machine, get the dishes, rinse them off, put them in the rack, take them through the wash machine. I did that. Like people don't know, like I did that. And then for a certain come back around, I'm the guy that's in charge of everybody to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that's why I said it was good for me. Like I needed it because it helped groom me into a person that I am today about being a leader and taking responsibility. And sometimes you gotta be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like people all the time, like before you can be the lieutenant and colonel, man, you gotta be a good foot soldier first.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a good foot soldier first. You don't just hop, you don't skip. It's no skipping lessons in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't come here and all of a sudden I'm a head coach. I don't go here and now you the CEO of a company. No, dog.
Right.
Sometimes you might gotta be the janitor first. You know what I'm saying?
That's part at the bottom.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta start at the bottom. You gotta be the janitor cleaning up
You
and
appreciate it
seeing
more.
how it works. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how this thing, like, all right, cool. Like I know I'm cleaning up. Yeah, I'm the janitor. Okay, I seen such how he comes in to work, leaving out the office. Okay, I see what time he leave the office. Okay, I see what time they go to meetings. Okay, so now when it's my time to be in his shoes or in their shoes, okay, I know what it looked like. I just saw it. I just saw it. I was around it. And same thing with coaching. Got to start from the bottom, then work your way up. you got to be a good foot soldier first, man. And so like that, like I feel like my whole journey, that's what it's kind of has molded me into. Like, man, you got to be, so you got to start from the bottom, then work your way up. But when you're at the bottom, you can't be that person at the bottom being miserable and being a person that point the finger and being a person that wants to be, the misery love company type person. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that person. Like, God dang it, man, they doing me wrong. Like, God dang, they know I need to be up there. Man, they know dang well that I need to be in that spot. You can't think like that. You got to think like, man, my time going to come. And when I walk in here, I'm walking this building like I am the CEO, even though I am the janitor.
Is
That's the
that is that type of attitude what you needed to be successful at Arkansas? Because it takes a special type of player to play that type of level.
man. I think it definitely takes a special type of person. But I did like I had to take that mentality of like you just gotta be a worker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work your way to the top. You gotta be a grinder, and you gotta be a person that you don't settle. You know what I'm saying? Even when things go south, you gotta be even killed. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come in there and just work your tail off, just work. You know what I'm saying? And it'll speak for itself. And like I tell my guys now, work is what make it work. You know what I'm saying? Work is what make it work. So if you're not putting the time, the hours, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put in the time and you got to be dedicated. And you got to be locked into what you're trying to get done. And I've been a person that have been rocky with both. I've done both. I've been work, work, work. I get there, I get complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, cool. I done made it to a certain status. I done made it to a certain point. I can ease off the gas a little bit now.
Right.
No, you can't do that. And it just took me a few years ago to finally realize you can't. Even when you at the top, you gotta work like you at the bottom to stay at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like you at the top, but you gotta work like you at the bottom still. And
Gotcha.
so I wish I had that mentality younger, when I was 20, 21, 22. Like when you finally made your way to the where you think you made your way to the top, man, you gotta work even harder. And you gotta work like I say, like you gotta work like I'm at the bottom right now. Like I'm at the
Thanks.
bottom. And you gotta be humble. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be humble in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? So if I
Absolutely.
had to if I had to say anything, I'd tell anybody anything, man, just be humble along the journey, man. Be respectful and just along the way could just be a learner. Don't be a know-it-all dude, just be a learn-it-all dude. You know what I'm saying? Just be a learn-it-all. Don't be a person that know it all. Be learn it all.
I like that.
Yep.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
You choose Arkansas.
Yep.
What other schools did you have?
At the time, obviously close schools. I had Ole Miss. Memphis came in. They were recruiting me. They came in kind of late. Um, I had uh, Auburn. I had UMass. I had Oklahoma State. Um, I had shoot. I could go on. Baylor. Tennessee, so Vanderbilt. So I had some schools that was kind of right there, but I kind of already had my mind kind of set, kind of made up a little bit just because growing up in Memphis, I was so used to watching the SEC. So I was big on the rivals and the Tennessees and the Ole Miss, the Auburns, Florida, Mississippi
Right.
State.
LSU.
I was,
Yeah.
yeah, LSU. Like I was big on that, and when I used to watch those teams play, they were always big, like big guards. And that was always I used to tell myself, man, I want to be a big guard because like SEC had big guards, like point guards with 6'3", wing 6'5", 6'6", wing dude. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna be about 6'4", 6'5". Be a wing. I'm be elite. I'm gonna be elite wing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just my whole mindset. Like, man, I want to play in the SEC. Like everybody always rooted air, and then especially in Memphis, because we got it's kind of like a melting pot. In Memphis, you got everybody. You got Ole Miss fans, you got Tennessee fans, you got Mississippi State fans, you got everybody right there. So you can see people with their flags or their school colors and stuff. So you saw it all the time. Like Arkansas, like you just saw,
Also for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? You just saw it all around the city, you know what I'm saying, when
Mhm.
you're out. Or you watching basketball, you just could see it. So that was big for me. I like, man, I want to go Division 1, but I want to go high Division 1. Like I want to be on that stage. I want to be around those type of guys. You know what I'm saying? So that was big for me.
How was your first day of practice when you walked into
Brutal,
college?
brutal. My first month of practice was brutal because when I was at Hargrave, even though we're winning, obviously we're winning prep school. So you know what I'm saying. And Arkansas, they're on the downhill. You know what I'm saying. They're not winning a lot of games, and so my whole mindset is like, man, they sorry right now, but when I get there, they're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me being a Memphis kid, just thinking. You know what I'm saying? Just because like we don't doubt it. We don't doubt it
Right.
ourselves. So I just think highly of myself. Man, I finally get there and we play some pickup, and I'll never forget. Like, oh yeah, you gonna guard Rodney. And just like any person, you know what I'm saying, basketball, it's like Rodney, that dude, the little shooter dude. I'm like, man, I can guard that dude. Man, that man must have torched me, man, for a month and a half straight from Trey Ball. Like, couldn't guard him, and I'm a defender, so that's why it was messing me up. I'm like, God damn, like coming off screens, flares, like I just could not guard this man. This man was giving me the blues, like the blues. Like I'm like, it's over. Like I probably like a little doubt creeped in my head that first month, and I'm like I might have like bit off probably too much. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be a little bit too, maybe a little bit too high for me, man. Cause God dang, the dude good. And so I just had to get comfortable, and I just had to. Once my body started to develop, I started to get stronger. I started to get a little bit faster. I started understand the pace of the game, and then that's when I started to come around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I started kind of inch my way in the lineup and all that stuff. And so that's what kind of got me going. But that first, man, I'm telling you, that first month trying to guard Rodney and Ulysses and all, man, I couldn't do it. Like, cause like I said, the pace of the game, the physicality of the game was way over my head a little bit. Like I had to adjust and I had to get used to it.
You're coaching at the same level. Well, I mean, you play at a higher level, but I mean, you're coaching pretty much still that same level. Is the physicality still the same, or has it changed up since you play?
Yeah, definitely, because obviously we obviously been at a HBCU kind of mid major, and we obviously got to play a lot of high majors.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys just a little bit more bigger, just physical, just because of the resources they have. Like obviously they have top notch facilities and strength coaches and coaches just in general. Not saying mid majors don't have good coaches, we have great coaches. We fucking got great coaches at low level, but for as high caliber, for its pay grade wise and all that stuff like that. But yeah, like their resources just better. So they're with nutrition and maybe the access to facilities and all that stuff are just better. So they're gonna look bigger, faster, and stronger than us just because of the things they have. But at the end of the day, they put their pants on like we put our pants on. So long as you competing, playing hard, you can always be in a fight. And so that's what we try to teach our guys now, man. Just compete at a high level, have fun, and just fight. And we managed to do a pretty good job of that, and be able to abstain that over the course of the several years. So hopefully we can keep doing that.
You go to Arkansas. It's a
Mhm.
PWI.
Yep.
Then you coach at the HBCU. What do you like about the difference? Like, you know, what do you like about them?
I ain't gonna lie to
Do you
y'all.
wish you went to HBCU?
Man, ain't gonna lie, man. Man, ain't now me being around it, man, ain't nothing like HBCU, y'all. I
Okay,
ain't gonna lie,
thank you.
like the culture, like our culture, like just black excellence, like
Hmm. It's
like
different.
they're just different, man. They're
It's
different. They're
different.
funny. Like the cafeteria is like the club. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Chicken,
Wednesday.
chicken wing Friday or fried fish, catfish on Friday, and chicken finger on Wednesday. Like that stuff is big. Like everybody gonna have their
Mm-hmm.
best dress on. Everybody gonna
Mm-hmm.
come strong. All the Kappas, all the AKAs, the Qs. Like everybody come. Like everybody's in there. Like this. Like this is where you
Yeah.
meet. It's like a meet and greet. And I'm saying at the highest level, everybody gonna have their best clothes on. Everybody gonna be ready to stroll. It's a DJ in the cafeteria. Like I ain't never seen nothing like this. Like I said, I was at Arkansas. We ain't never had no DJ in no cab. Ain't no DJ coming in no cab, and ain't nobody finna sit there and stroll in the cab. Just ain't gonna happen. But they gonna stroll. They prideful. They gonna be active on campus. It's always something going on. It's just like I love to see it, and I just wish that HBCUs have more funding, just so we can be on TV more because our basketball games and football games are fun. Like our band are the bands are the best. The bands are the best. It's like I've been at PWI school and their bands, they're good, but ain't nothing like no HBCU band because they gonna play that stuff now. They gonna play that. They gonna
So
play that stuff, and everybody's gonna be rocking from their mama, their daddy, their grandmama, granddaddy, nephew, uncle. Tailgate gonna be tailgate gonna be lit. They're gonna be out there barbecuing. People gonna be out there singing. It's different. I can't really explain it. You got to be around it,
yeah,
and
you gotta be around it.
you got to be around it. It's different, and that's one thing I've learned. Like, dang, it's different. Like it's different. Now, don't get me wrong.
Now,
Obviously, I love Arkansas. Man,
right.
I love it to death. Promise I do. But man, you talking about HBCUs, man, it's different, dog. I'm telling you, like
I,
the culture.
I I got another question for you. Not to cut you off.
Nope, you
Would
good.
you would you get a chance to be at HBCU if you're a 150 player, top 150 player? Do you choose an HBCU or do you continue on with your high major PWI? After you said you got a chance to experience,
Yep.
you went to a PWI, you at an HBCU now. What would you tell that 150 player, that top 150 player that that's getting recruited by North Carolina, Baylor? What's your sales pitch to get them to come to where you at, Alabama State University? Like what's something that you think that's good enough to convince them to go there?
Man, at the end of the day, man, you're gonna be around. You're gonna be around your people, and you're gonna learn about your culture. You're gonna learn about your culture. You're gonna learn about what it took to make this place even happen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
where where this originated from, how it got started, the people that founded this school, like the hard work behind it, what it took, the sacrifices people made. And once you find that out, you feel like, God dang, like people really put in some time and made sacrifices and really came together as a community to make something great, not for themselves, but for the community and people from surrounding areas. I think that's the beauty in it. And I think knowing what I know now, I think my decision probably would have been different. Um, and the reason now is different just because of the NIL stuff and people want to be people want to be on that main stage. People want to be on that TV at the end of the day. They want to be on the TV. So if we could ever figure out where HBCUs could get money and where we can get these type of caliber guys, these top 150s and these McDonald's All American, and that we can showcase our abilities on national TV on these big time platforms, then it'll be different. We won't have these big issues. You know what I'm saying? As we struggle with today, or trying to get these guys. Like if you looked up on TV, you saw the Maui Classic had HBCU teams in there. and winning,
Mm.
playing against high major. Like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
All
might
these
go
big
there.
time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't play in those. We don't get invited to those. I mean, just because
Mm.
of the funding and it's all of it is just business, marketing, and
Right.
how much you can bring in and revenue. Like it's hard, and so
I mean,
you
your fans gonna come out there, right?
exactly how many fans gonna come out here? Like at the end of the day, it's all about how can I make a dollar. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like how can I make a dollar? And so that's why that's the only thing. That's the only hard part about it. And then, obviously just the resources. Like you're gonna fly first class. You're gonna have private planes. You're gonna fly. Um, in, fly out. You're gonna stay at nice hotels. Like the experience. That's always the biggest thing. You think about it, man. You come from nothing. You come from a single parent home. You come from nothing. And you say, well, I'm gonna go to a HBCU where it's pretty much same
This
thing,
time.
same thing. Versus I'm gonna go to a PWI high major. We're gonna get all the gear. I'm gonna eat good. Housing gonna be good. I'm getting stipend. I'm getting NIL money. Like I'm on TV. My folks can look at me, see me on the couch. Shoot, Christmas and Thanksgiving, I'm playing. They watching me. It's kind of hard to say no. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
hard to say
think, but
no.
I am a guy that believes that we can shift the culture
Yep.
because we've done that with so many other things. And
Yep.
so if we as one can like understand sacrifices, right?
Yep.
Because if we all sacrifice for, a year or two or even a generation rather, right? I'm
Mm,
pretty sure that money will start. I mean, even during the George Floyd situation, HBCUs are highlighted, and we have enough Black people in place to where we can highlight HBCUs and put them in place. Yeah, we need the money, but like I said, if those big time players start to go to HBCUs and sacrifice, a jersey, a extra shoe, a extra piece of walk around, you know what I'm saying, and
yeah.
just kind of, I mean, the money will go to where you're at,
Yeah.
right? The money flows, so right,
Right.
so we could redirect the flow to HBCUs based off of our youngsters sacrificing and understanding the business model behind it all. We might be able, to shift some things.
Yep. And to be honest, I just think we just need to be a little bit more educated about it too. Like we need people in these high schools talking about that stuff to these
Right.
athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like really having seminars and things like that and like tell them like, hey, y'all can be the different maker, y'all can be the change in this. You know what I'm saying? So we need people behind us. And I know some of the athletes are trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? They do a little, but I feel like they can do more. But like we just need a little bit more on the front end. You know what I'm saying? Not just the donate part. Like it's easy for, all right, we're at HBCU and one of
Mm,
the NBA players donate a few thousand or 100,000. All right,
right.
they're going to get applauded for it because man, they gave back. But
Right.
well, how about showing up to a game, or how about making a commercial about that university? You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Or how about when you're out, you wear that university jersey? And I think Chris Paul tries to do a really good job of that. He
mm,
tries to wear different HBCUs, their hoodies, and all that stuff. And
mm.
it's a few other guys in NBA and NFL that does it as well. But we just need to see more of it, and hopefully pretty much really of the major stars that's going to get more of the TV time and radio time. And like we need to see you wear it. Like people need to see it. It need to be visible, and you need to speak and talk about it. I think that'll help and go a long way as well. But you absolutely right. Like maybe we just have to have a generation or a few years where we just make sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Make
Mhm.
sacrifices
Right.
um, that's going to help out for the greater good of our youth. You know what I'm saying? Because they are the next generation. They're our next. So we have to make sure we're doing everything right to make sure that they're coming up in a um, environment or a system where they understand who they are and what they represent and the change that they can make. So
That's
it,
fire.
it it goes both ways, and but you're absolutely right.
How do you feel about the NILs now? What's your
Man,
outlook on it? Should it be capped? Should it be tiers? Should it be tiered? I feel like it should be tiered. That's my opinion.
yeah.
We argue about this every week.
So listen, it's not an argument. It's not an argument. Ernest feels like they shouldn't give little black kids money because black kids gonna do what
No,
black kids do. That is why. Just be honest. You said
I
if they
feel
did.
like it should be capped. It should be tiered. Like if you
No,
perform at this
no,
level,
that's
you
cap.
get
That's
this type
cap.
of money.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
It
That's
should be
cap.
tiered. It should be
He said these
tiered.
little. He said these little. Look. He go look at Mikey Williams. Look at old girl from LSU. All valid points, but still, just because our youngsters need to learn, man. That's why he think that.
Yeah, but
Well,
it should still be
listen.
tiered. Though.
I'm good with giving these guys money, but I feel like they just need some financial literacy behind it all. And I'm saying I think we need to do since they coming out with all this stuff. I think these are the type of classes that we need. We don't have financial literacy classes a lot in high school. We need to have a class for our athletes about NIL and all that stuff where they can manage their money better, or invest in their money better, and how to market themselves better, and what to expect. But at the end of the day, too, is that they can't get caught up into the money and not performing. Like
That's
end of the
exactly
day,
what's going on. That's
at the
exactly
end
what's
of the
going
day,
on.
the reason why you're getting this money because we expect you to perform at a high level. That's the
Exactly.
reason why, and you're marketable. So I'm giving you $100,000 or whatever the case may be, sponsorship, banking on that you're going to perform and maybe to help my company or whatever the case may be out, because you're going to do so well that you're going to be on commercial. You're going to be doing things. You're going to have my logo on your T-shirt or on your social media platform. And so that's the thing. Like, and I say this too, like, obviously it would never happen. But if guys got paid how they perform, there'll be a lot of broke dudes in the NBA. It'd be, man, if you like, man, hey, man, we're going to pay you on how you perform this year. You know what I'm saying? If you perform and you did your thing, and we're gonna give you the contract and say that you're gonna make 10 million this year, we're gonna give you that. But god
The game
dang,
will be a whole lot better.
we got you a whole lot of money, but you average 4 points and using a negative every game. God
The,
dang,
the, the, the league will be a whole lot better than
it'll be a little bit different story if you got paid on
yeah.
how you performed. But obviously that won't never happen, and that won't, so
Right.
we'll worry about. But if it did, but same thing with these kids, I think it has to be a little bit of cap,
Gotta be
because
some structure.
yeah, like it has to, because like they're gonna get to the point where, check this out. What if like can you give a kid money and he say, you know what, I'm done after this year. Like yeah, I appreciate it, man. You gave me the money, you gave me the opportunity, but I'm gonna go back to the crib, dog. I'm out.
You UCLA
Your
quarterback.
program, just like for me, for instance, I'm coaching, like obviously, and the kid, we end up getting some money. Like we generated some money. We got some donors. People want to help kids out. Just say we got, because it won't be a lot. So just say we got 30,000. Got 30,000 in the pot. We got a big time recruit, high level recruit. We say, hey man, we only got 30,000, man. Out of the 30, man, we're gonna give you 20. We're gonna give you 20. Now we only got but 30, but we're gonna give you 20. We get this kid $20,000. And at the end of the year, he said, Coach, man, I appreciate it, but I just I don't feel basketball no more. I'm out. God dang, we just wasted $20,000.
Well, I feel. I mean, if he fulfills his contract, and plays out the year, and the season's over, and I got 20 racks, and I'm on my posters, I'm on the cups, the kids are wearing my jerseys, and I put people in the stands. I mean, I fulfill my obligation at that point. And if I decide to go, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's in the contract in some way, shape, or form. But I do get what you're saying. But then again, it just goes off, everything's a gamble.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying, but yeah, and then like you said, to your point, you're right as well. But that's like, God dang, like we ain't had number 30, and we just gave this dude 20, and now he out. He out on us. And we stuck with 10, and we fumbling right now. Now we trying to call people on the phone like, hey man, I know last year, man, you donated a few thousand, man. Hey, can you think you can do it again? Like, God, I know that kid we had, he ain't stay. It's hard. It's hard to convince a person that just gave money and then it run away. It's gone. You know what I'm
Another
saying?
thing that we
Versus
talk
like
about
we
though.
can, hey, versus like, man, I gave money and that kid stayed for 4 years. And he helped change the program around. They won a conference tournament. That was conference champ. Shoot, I'm gonna donate some more. I'm gonna donate a little bit more. Shoot, hey, but like I said, it's a gamble in everything you do. But it's just hard, man. It's hard to just try to get guys to come here and expecting them to buy in and be coachable when you give them all this money up front. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm giving you this bag up front, like especially in these HBCU, man. You get some of these kids some money. You think they're gonna be coachable and be better? List they're gonna be making more money than these coaches, and half of them already do. Especially you see these football players, all these deals they getting in cars they driving. God dang.
So I mean,
Shoot.
I think some of it comes with the school, but not a lot of kids are getting NIL money though.
Yeah.
There's probably only, I would probably say 10%, if not less, than all college athletes are
Right.
getting NIL money
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, count out the gymnasts and the soccer players and all those other kids. It's only probably about, like you said, probably like 1,000, maybe like I said, maybe 10,000 or less, 10,000, maybe like 5,000 or less kids getting NIL money, checks at that.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's the thing, man. But like I am for it. Don't get me wrong. I think kids should get paid for, you know what I'm saying, um, for their name, image, and likeness, and putting on for the school and the school selling jerseys and they definitely should get a cut. Like I would want a cut. I'm out here hooping and they selling my jersey over there, and shoot, I want some of it. Shoot, it's my jersey you selling. I want a little bit of the money. So like I'm all for it. And should they get paid? Absolutely. Now,
Well,
how
yeah.
much? Yeah, shoot.
I mean, you've been
Yeah,
on
the
both
whole
sides,
yeah.
being a player and playing at a high level to now coaching
Yep.
and coaching at a high level. What made you did you always know you were going to coach, or is it just something you kind of just did
Uh,
fun?
I think I knew I was always gonna be a coach. Even growing up as a kid, my uncle used to tell me like, "Man, you're gonna be an unbelievable coach." He used to tell me that all the time in the car, like, "Gonna be an unbelievable coach." And the other part was when I was playing overseas, I used to come back for the summer and train and stuff, and I used to have an AAU program um, and coach. And man, I fell in love with guys just competing, guys getting better from the beginning of summer to the end of summer, and just watching guys change and watching guys go from 0 scholarships to 5, 6 scholarships at the end of the year. Like that made me happy. Like it made me happy to come in here at the beginning and in the March and May, and then those guys finishing up their high school teams and them guys competing and trying to get better and being in the gym and being coachable and going on these circuits. And like I said, maybe not being seen as much or not talked about as much. And as the summer goes on, their names start to come around and coaches start to come see them. And those offers start to come in and you just see the look on their faces, like just the look of just happy, relieved, just knowing that they did everything they possibly could that summer to get better and to mature as a player. And now they starting to reap the reward of their hard work and their dedication. Like that, I just feel good as a person knowing that I'm helping these young men achieve their goals. And so that was always the main thing is helping other people reach their goals and get to where they want to be. And it always will make me happy at the end of the day. That would never change. And so that was big for me. Um, and so, like I said, that's what kind of made me turn the switch into like, all right, wait, you only got a few more years left. Shoot, man, like you ain't moving as quick as you used to. You ain't performing like you used to. Even though I love the game, I always will love the game. I'm like, it's time for me to pour myself into something else and pour myself into someone else other than myself and give someone else the knowledge and understanding of the game and help them with their career and jumpstart their journey in this game and just be a mentor. And so that's the part I fell in love with. I fell in love with the journey than the product, you know. So that's where I'm at with it.
What makes a good winner?
What makes a good winner? Um, the person who just comes in, compete every day at a high level, and doesn't take no for an answer, and just who's an all around good human being, good teammate, uh, being coachable, just exceeding off the court, just being a good person and being a good listener. I think those are the attributes and characteristics of a winner. You know what I'm saying? People always think that winning is obviously you want to win games, but if you come in every day giving your best, doing your all, you eventually get to where you want to be at. And so that's what makes you a winner. Your character, your day in and your day out, ability and everything you do is, you know what I'm saying, if you're aiming towards being better and doing better, that's what makes you a winner. That's what makes you successful. You're just trying to outdo yourself day in and day out. Like, I want to be better than I was yesterday. And if you have that mindset and you come into every practice, every workout, every film session thinking that, sky's the limit for you.
How do you find a good winner on the basketball court? What are some of those intangibles
Um,
that
the
you're looking
biggest
for
the,
scouting?
the biggest thing for me is obviously competing, and then
Mm-hmm.
the other one is just being a good teammate. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Being a good teammate, knowing what it takes to lead, and knowing your teammates in and out, because obviously they're all different. And so for you to understand what ticks for some person may not tick for the other, and finding what makes them go, I I I think that's a recipe for success, and it's also a recipe for a winner when you take time out to find what makes someone else go and what makes someone else better, and then eventually make everyone else better because you know what you can pull and what you can get out of that person or the individual. So that's always big for me.
Well, that's a fact. Those are good rules to look for, good things to stand by, especially when you're looking for a player. Because every day, every day is not going to be sunny. You
No.
know, you, you know what I'm saying. You're going to have to stay in the rain, and how you treat your teammates, how you are on the bench, how you interact with your coaches.
Mhm.
It goes a long way, and people can tell, when people like you or not. Like Rudy Gobert, he got choked out, nobody helped him. You know what I'm saying? So
Come
it
on,
goes a
come
long
on.
way.
There you go. Man. If it was, man, if that was your guy, and that was your real guy, like
Oh my God!
y'all hung
Right,
out, man, y'all with each other every day. You know
right,
his wife, he know your wife, your kids, and his kids hang out, bro.
yeah, for
We
sure.
jacking, and
Yeah,
we gonna take the fine, and we gonna take it on the chin, and,
right,
and
something like
gonna
that.
dap each other up like, hey, it's all good, dog. I got your back, dog.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That it is what it is. We gonna do it.
yeah,
We gonna
facts.
do it.
Man, I think we lost Ernest. Man, I think his phone might have been dead or his computer might have died.
Yep.
No, it happens like that. I just got a few more questions. So, any good plans for Alabama State?
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I like this group. They're coachable. Um, they work hard. They want to win. And that's what I'm excited about because they want to do the right things. Like I said, they're coachable, and we're trending in the right direction, man. Like, um, we've had a lot of setbacks here since we was here. We had some uh, year-ending injuries. Our first year, this year, one of our our leading scorer is so crazy. Our leading scorer this year, he's out this year with a ACL tear. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just really just can't catch a break, but we've been right there where we need to be. And like I said, I like how these guys compete, man. They
Mhm.
compete at a high level. They're trending in the right direction, man. They're doing everything we ask them to do. And the other thing, man, they like each other. That's the other biggest thing, man. They like each other. They get along, and they want to see each other succeed. And so that's the biggest thing, man. Whenever you want to see someone else succeed just as bad as you want yourself to see, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be
Does it
okay.
does it start in the summer?
Oh, absolutely, because that's when you have the most time to yourself because no one's on campus. You know what I'm saying? It's just only the fall sports. So it's men's basketball, women's basketball, football, soccer, and that's pretty much about it. And then everybody else, you got a few students that's taking summer courses, but for the most part, it's just gonna be the athletes. And so, uh, whenever you can get those guys together and just gel, and we did a really good job this year with housing these guys, because now we have our own complex, and so they all live together, and they all under pretty much the same roof. We bought 8 units, and so it's two to apartment, and man, they love it, man. They enjoy each other, man. I go there all the time just to check up on them, and they're playing 2K. Some guys watching film, and so they really care about it, and so that's what makes me happy, that they care.
We got Coach Chanel coming back in with us. Hold on.
Yep.
Coach Chanel, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. Laptop.
It's all
MacBooks be
good. It's all
doing
good.
MacBooks malfunction sometimes. So
Oh, he said MacBooks malfunction. Okay, big.
Ooh,
Okay, gotcha.
MacBooks
MacBook.
sometimes they be messing up sometimes too. So
Yeah, for sure. And so what? A couple more questions. So, what's the best part about coaching at Alabama State?
The best part, man, I like the people I work with. Man, I love, obviously, Coach Madlock's the head coach, and I love all the other supporting staff, all the other assistants. Man, they do a really good job of buying into what we're trying to accomplish here, and everybody falls in line. Everybody kind of knows their role, and no one try to overdo themselves. No one try to step on each other's toes. No one acts like they're bigger than the team or the unit. And we're all just trying to learn, and we're all trying to grow, and that's what I love the most. That it feels like we're just in it together, and no one trying to be bigger than the team. And so that's what I like about them. And then I like I said, the athletic department, the staff, the academic advisor, the AD, just everybody believing and trusting in what we're doing, and trusting what we're preaching and teaching day in and day out. That's always big for me, that they have our back, and they support us. And so I have no issues, no worries when it comes to that. And so I really do appreciate it. I don't take it for granted.
I got one question. Then I'm gonna let you roll. I'm done with I'll be done with the
Bet,
question.
bet.
But if I'm a senior in high school and
Yep.
I want to go to Alabama State,
Uh-huh.
what's some things that you guys are looking for in the player?
If you're a senior in high school,
Y'all ain't got to me yet.
ooh,
I'm all district. I'm all district in 5A.
yep,
I'm all region 5A. I'm in Texas.
yep.
Um,
Well, it's gonna be
what,
a few things. It's gonna be, all right. First of all, what position you play, and then what position we're gonna need going into that next year. You know what I'm saying? So, just say after this year, we're gonna need a starting point guard, maybe a backup point guard. But my first thing is, I'm gonna go try to look for a transfer point guard, and if I can
mm,
get a transfer point guard, I'm gonna look at a JUCO guard, and then if I can find one out of those two, and I feel like he's a solid player that's gonna play significant amount of minutes for us, who's gonna probably be our starter, play anywhere between 25, 30 minutes, then I branch out for a high school kid that I think that can possibly back him up, and where he can learn and groom and grow from that starter, and where a year down the line or 2 years down the line that he can potentially be a starter. But just right now with this portal, it's hard for me to go and offer a kid in high school right off the bat,
mm,
just because of this portal. Because obviously we want guys with experience, bigger, faster, stronger, guys that's been under a college program and knows the ins and out of what it takes to compete at this level. Not saying high schools can't. It's just those guys are proven that they have done it and have did it. And so it's just different. Just like with anything in life, you'll take something that's proven, that's already been done, versus they haven't done anything yet, even though it's
mm,
good. But I've seen this person perform. So I've watched clips of this kid in college. Like, he's proven, versus a kid that's just been in high school and only performing on the high school level. So it's hard for me to try to offer this kid and just pursue this kid unless he's just all out good. McDonald's All American. He's a 4 or 5 star. Like he just wow, he's a game changer is what coach likes to say. Like he has to come in and be a game changer for us. Like we have to know, all right, we take this high school kid. This high school kid is going to be a starter. He's going to play a significant amount of minutes. He's going to be one of those guys who's going to be in a late clock situation. We're going to have to be able to put the ball in this kid's hand and make plays. Like that's the only way we take it. And if we taking him, we got lucky. Like some fella, his mama came, his mama played here, his daddy played here, grandma played here, and we got lucky, and he wanted to stay at HBCU. We got lucky.
His mama, daddy, and his grandma play.
Yeah, man, everybody play here. Man, hey, we gotta sign him, coach. Man, everybody play here. You know, like he's bought in. He accept the culture here. Like he's gonna be great for us. Like man, he has ties here. People know his grandfather. Like I said, know everybody. Like he's good. He's good in the city.
No, that's for sure. Well, no, and above all, I mean, no, we want you to keep your job, Coach Wade. You know what I'm saying? We love what you do. You know what I'm saying? Stay winning. And we're so glad you took the time out tonight, man, to chop it up with us, man, to drop some gems on
man, man, absolutely, man. Before I get off here, man, I appreciate both of you guys, man, just giving me the opportunity and allowing me this platform to speak and allow me to kind of just give some information about myself and just how I came upon in this game, man. And I want y'all guys, man, continue to do what y'all do, man. Y'all doing an unbelievable job, man. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all keep striving for greatness, man. Don't let nobody tell y'all what y'all can't do. Cause man, y'all some young kings, man, and y'all gonna change the game and y'all gonna do great things, man. And so just keep believing, keep y'all head up, stay prayed up, and just continue just to keep your head down and grind because at the end of the day, man, it's not about what they do, it's about what y'all do, and it's about how y'all do it. And I feel like y'all doing it the right way. And so when you do things the right way, your time gonna come, and just keep persevering, keep doing what you're supposed to do. Everything else is gonna work for itself.
Thanks. I appreciate that. We appreciate that, my guy. We appreciate you coming on. We're gonna bring you back on after the season.
Yeah.
And after your first year at Alabama, and we'll be in contact with you guys. We appreciate everyone tapping in with us tonight, checking out our live. I'm gonna tag Coach Wade if there's some players out here who watch, who tuned in, who mom or dad seen and want to reach out with some good film. Like you heard what he just said, you can't come on here. He don't want no Davis Community Center basketball player. He looking for a real. They looking for real talent, and real hoopers.
Got some real hoopers.
Fact. Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate your time, Coach Wade. We appreciate everybody worldwide for tapping in. And as always, man, stay out the streets, stay in that gym. You know what I'm saying? We signing out, baby. One love.
One love.
See y'all, man.
All right, brother. Peace.